It doesn't matter if your clothing is modest or revealing, but if the end goal is to please society, both are in the same cage. Society often tells women that if you are modest, you cover yourself up, you'll be more respectable, you will have more dignity. While at the same time, society also tells women that if you wear revealing clothes, if you show off your curves, you will be more acceptable to men, they will desire you more. If you zoom out, both are forms of conformity. And what I'm trying to say here is not to shame either one of them, but for you to understand the conditioning and unlearn what society tells you to follow. The real distinction between what you want to wear and what you should wear is to understand whether you're actually authentically expressing yourself or are you just performing for the gaze of others. If you want to dress modestly because you feel comfortable and authentic, do that. At the same time, if you want to wear revealing clothes like I am and you feel confident and authentic doing so, you should do that. But if either of the choices are rooted in the fear of judgment or to fit a certain norm, then both are in conformity. It doesn't matter what you wear.
Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we'll see how high-maintenance women are ending up with no one. They're starting to realize that the more money they spend on their looks, the fewer men look for something serious with them. Street women aren't finding husbands.
Ladies, the more expensive, sophisticated, high maintenance, and successful you look, the more you will scare away men who are either broke, cheap, insecure, or intimidated. And that's a great thing because you don't want anyone who can't afford you.
Oh, hell no!
I'm not trying to sound depressing, but I am tired. I am so tired of dating. I am always some sort of rebound or distraction for somebody. I feel like the best way to describe what I feel like I am is like this person needs someone to hold their hand to cross the bridge, and I'm that person that is there for them. And then the second they get across, I'm not needed anymore. I'm not good enough. And there's always someone else that follows, and that person is always good enough. I don't get it. I'm just so tired. I'm so tired of it.
Women think that just because they dress expensively and act sophisticated, men get intimidated or are being cheap. No, sweetheart, they're simply ignoring you because you're not wife material. Everyone knows you go to the highest bidder, and no one wants to pay for that auction. Then there's the second type. She's tired of always being the rebound girl, the one who helps guys cross the bridge only to get tossed aside afterward. But she doesn't do a bit of self-reflection. Could it be that men don't see you as wife material? You're probably ultra-independent, always demanding everything, and offering nothing that even resembles wifely behavior. Cooking a meal, doing something thoughtful, a basic act of service. When a man doesn't see that in you, he won't take a single step forward, because he knows he won't be treated like a king, and he'll go for the one who will.
You ever notice when a man has a beautiful, gorgeous woman on his arm, suddenly all the other women start paying a lot of attention to him, right? And now he's out there thinking he's turned into some sort of Greek god. And no, she's dating for personality this time. Poor guy's like, damn, everybody's checking me out. I'm so hot. No, sweetie, sit down. They don't want you. I hate to break it to you. They want to compete with her. Because listen, women are natural strategists. When we see a man with a confident, gorgeous woman on his arm, part of us goes like, what's so special about that guy? Is he loaded? Like, why did she choose him? What is he, right? And that's not attraction. It is curiosity mixed with a little competition. Because half the time, when another woman is flirting with a man, knowing that he's full-blown taken, she's not even really into him. She is just testing that woman. She wants to see if she can take what another woman has, just to prove that she simply could, okay? Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande. Okay. It's not about love or even attraction at all. It's purely about ego. But the problem is that most of these men, they misread that. And then all of a sudden they think that they're so irresistible that they've unlocked some sort of God mode and they can have whatever woman that they want, right? No, honey, she just wanted to hold the trophy somebody else had for validation. Now, here's where guys fumble. They really start believing the hype. They start chasing the illusion of something bigger and better out there, and they end up losing the real woman that they had, the one who actually made them glow up in the first place. So here's a little reminder for the men. When another woman's flirting with you, knowing that you're in a relationship, they're not chasing you, honey. They are challenging her. And the second that you forget that, you're going to lose both of them. So yeah, hot. You're super hot. But she's the reason that that woman noticed you in the first place.
If he doesn't buy you a Chanel bag, run. If he doesn't pay for your hair, nails, Botox, or filler, run. If he's not giving you a weekly allowance, run. If he doesn't take you to Dubai or Miami at least 5 times a year, run. If he doesn't take you on fancy dinner dates at least once a week, run. If he doesn't buy you a house in a gated community, run. If he doesn't buy you a new luxury vehicle every 6 months, run. If he doesn't take you to downtown Birmingham, run. If he tells you how he makes his money, run. If he's going bald, also run.
What do these two women have in common? They're both gold diggers. They only see a man's value in what he has or what he represents. It's no surprise women like this are single. Their hunger for money oozes out of their pores. The second one literally wants a millionaire who changes her car every 6 months and flies her to Dubai 5 times a year. The first one forgets a key detail. There are plenty of beautiful women looking for the exact same thing, status and access to places they could never afford on their own. Yes, a beautiful woman can be a symbol of power, but the one with the real power is still the man. She's just the shiny accessory next to the real luxury item. That's why, brothers, be careful with hypergamy. It shows no mercy.
Women.
You know what separates a high value woman to a low value woman, the type of woman that gets what she wants versus the type of woman that doesn't, are these 5 things. Number 1 is a high value woman knows she's high value. So she's not settling for low value things. You want to ask her to go on a last minute date. You want to ask her to come over at midnight. You want to ask her to go for a coffee. You want to ask her to go for a walk. You want to not talk to her for 4 days and expect for her to be around. Forget it. She'll happily save that for the low value people because she's not in a rush. She's not having pressure to meet someone. She knows that the person that's meant for her is going to respect her and know that she is a catch, know that she is special, and only provide her with high value treatment. Number 2 is that she is conscious and respects her time. She respects her time so much that if you're not respecting her time, forget you. She's not wasting her time on the wrong people, giving her bad treatment. She's using her time for herself. Number 3 is that she puts in time and energy into her self-care. She knows that how good she looks is how good she feels with herself. So of course she wants to look good so she can feel her best. And when she feels her best, she has a confident aura to her. Number 4 is that she has a life of her own. She's not revolving her life around some guy, especially not some guy she just met. She's not making him the center of her mind, the center of her reality. She has a life and he's adding to it. And he probably feels grateful that he's able to come into the life of someone so special to add to it as well. And number 5 is that she's not seeking for anything outside of herself because she knows she already has it from within. So she doesn't need to use somebody. She doesn't need to cling on to somebody. She doesn't need to settle for somebody. She doesn't need something outside of her to make her feel whole, happy, and complete.
As a woman, I don't think that you ever receive more when you require less from a man. Like when you are nonchalant, cool, you don't really care if he gets you flowers, playing states, whatever, playing that game of like, yeah, I don't really care, I'm just a cool girl. I never think that that ends up being very worthwhile for the woman. Because I think that when you require less from a man, that is exactly what you're going to get. And that may feel good for a brief moment in time, maybe in the beginning when he like chooses you. But I've never observed a relationship that I think was worthwhile for the woman when the woman did not have very high standards and requirements of the man. And I'm not saying that it wasn't a reciprocal relationship where there was like a lot of mutual love and respect and they both kind of cared for each other. But the best relationships I've ever observed is like the man was very chalant. Like the guy was not nonchalant about the woman, and he gave her a lot of care and attention and met her requirements in the relationship. I don't think as a woman, when you lower your standards and require less from a man in order to keep a connection, you ever end up getting really what you want or a worthwhile relationship.
Women want the bears, and we want you to subscribe and help us hit 1,000 likes on this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion in the comments. It's important to us. All right then, let's get back to the video.
We don't talk about how hard it is to live as a woman and wake up realizing that everything is built by men for men. And don't get me wrong, I love being a woman. I live in the countryside of Japan with my cat. As a teacher, I'm around kids all day. But even then, I come home and I realize that even little things like ads on my phone are for men. I realize that everything is for men. And I'm slowly curating my life to not be for men. But even in deconstructing my internalized misogyny, I realized that there is always a man in my head watching me that is making sure that that's my cat, that's making sure that I'm appealing in my daily tasks. And it's going to come with time. It's going to come with realizing it's going to come with realizing my value and my worth within myself. But yeah, I mean, we've been trained since watching Disney movies that the goal is to get married and have kids. And now growing up and becoming educated, I mean, I have a master's degree. I realize that that's not the case. My value is not in having children. My value is not in getting married and finding a husband. It's in finding value within myself. But it's so hard to deconstruct all of these socialized beliefs that I've been spoon-fed. So if you're in the same boat, let me know in the comments. Make me feel less alone.
Same babe, same. I'm tired of getting love bombed, and they lose interest like what? Dating is overrated now, exploding head. Honestly, stop searching. It will come to you. I'm a firm believer in the energy you put out you will receive. Love yourself. Hold on to your morals. Stand firm in your boundaries. Don't ignore red flags. And be comfortable with being alone. I'm tired too, girl. But my peace is far more important than another failed situation. Folded hands, medium skin tone. I recently was asking myself this as well. I've been single for 3 years, and I've always felt like the hospital pit stop for some of these women I've dated. They stop, get seen and heard, get offered advice and compassion, get all patched up, and leave. It's all a lesson, though. We need to take all of what happened and learn from it. God is teaching us something. God bless you, folded hands. Jessica, I feel you. I'm in Seattle as well, and it's absolutely horrible dating here. I have literally just given up like literally 2 days ago. I'm done because I feel like I'm the person that makes the ex jealous, then they come back, and I'm gone. Men need to feel useful, maybe more than to feel loved. This requires a woman to ask things of him. I absolutely love when a girl I'm dating asked me to fix something or do something for her. This doesn't mean complete slavery, of course, but give us little things to do for you that make you happy and makes us feel useful and needed. If a girl wants to be loved and have a man give her the world, there is nothing worse she could possibly do than act like she deserves it and he owes it to her. When I meet those girls who are just sweet and smiley and so excited just to see me and be with me, then I'll buy her the world. Any woman that regurgitates feminist talking points should never get married. You could find the perfect man, but he'd never be good enough for you because of your indoctrination by the left. Get some cats and don't ruin some poor guy's life. It's almost sad that the more we level up and invest in ourselves, the smaller the dating pool. That is exactly why I have my mother's last name, and not my father. My parents were married until my father's passed away. However, my parents chose to have my mother's last name, and my mother never changed her last name when she got married. 100 points. When I was in my 20s, I told boyfriend at time that the kids would take my name. He said, no guy would go for that. I was like, well, I guess I'll be a single mother then.
Patriarchy has stolen so much from women. The most normalized one is maternal lineage. Because let's be for real, how come a woman carries a baby for 9 months, sacrifices her body, sometimes risking her life, only for the kid to take the father's last name? This is the most gold-digging thing ever. If you think about it, there is a fundamental flaw in the patriarchy. It's a system built on the illusion of lineage. Man's greatest fear is that the children is not theirs. Yet, most of histories before DNA, they can never be sure whether the kid is theirs or not. So what they're gonna do, they have to build a cultural, legal system to compensate the biological insecurities only they have experienced. Control women's body, shaming women's sexuality, automatically make the kids take the father's last name. All because for centuries they can never make sure whether the kid is theirs or not. We always know who the mother is, but the father, most of the time, it's a guess. It's an illusion of certainty. Women don't need to control others to make sure of our lineage. We are lineage.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
So, according to you, do you agree that a DNA test should be mandatory at every birth? Because the mother always has absolute certainty, and the father never did until recently. And if now the kid's not even going to carry my last name, because that's patriarchy, then yeah, DNA test, no exceptions. That's the dumbest thing I've heard in years. I build the empire, I provide the money, the roof, the security, and in the end, not even my child carries my name. What's left for me? Bragging about being the biological dad of someone who legally carries his maternal grandfather's name? No man with dignity accepts that. There are grandfathers out there paying fortunes to their own grandchildren just so they carry the family name. If the father's last name bothers you that much, go get inseminated and raise the child on your own. But don't expect to keep the child support, the brave single mom status, and on top of that take away the man's only remaining certainty, his lineage, and his name. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What do you think about your kids carrying your woman's last name, and never yours? Why aren't modern women wife material for you? If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. Your support means a lot to us and keeps us motivated to keep creating more content. Stay tuned for the next video from the wall.